Hey there, and welcome to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. I'm Lisa, and thanks for stopping by. Today I have two things to share with you all. I'd like to extend an invitation to the Instagram hop celebrating Whimsy Stamps owner Denise Lynn's birthday. Once you're done watching this card making process, be sure to join us over on Instagram for a chance to win one of two prizes. Now you can find all the details by clicking the link in the description box below and heading on over to Instagram. If you're new to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button and set that notification bell to stay in touch when content is posted. And to our loyal subscribers, welcome back. Now, the second thing I have to share is a card making process, and it's all about repetition and minimal supplies. The process for this is great for last minute cards or when you want to create but you're stuck on what to do. Let's go ahead and talk about our minimal supplies. As you can see here on the screen, I have products from Whimsy Stamps. The adorable AlFROGabet stamp set has 9 frogs with balloons, and the coordinating dies are on the back side. Plus the Postage window A2 die, which is fantastic for creating a simple grid on your card if you want to work with the rule of thirds when you're designing. To get this process started, I have all of my little frog dies laid out here on a piece of Neenah Classic Crest Avalanche white cardstock. The only difference between this and the solar white is that the Avalanche white has a higher brightness value. I like to keep all of these little frog dies connected instead of snipping them apart. I have yet to use just one of these frogs from this stamp set alone. I like to use multiples as this card reflects, so keeping all the dies together just made sense to me. Once we run those through the die cut machine, we're going to take the die cut frogs and set them to the side. Place the negative piece into the MISTI as a guide as where to place each stamp. We're going to close the lid of our MISTI to lift those stamps up, and now we can place all the die cut pieces back into their spot. Because I have my sticky mat down, it'll hold them in place for me. This speeds up the process a bit, and if you're going to make multiple cards using all the frogs, it really cuts down on stamping time. So I'm starting with Memento Tuxedo Black ink because it's Copic friendly. Now I've been using this ink for alcohol marker since the very beginning. It works great and I see no reason to change it. Once I have the images stamped one time, I'm going to grab some Copic markers. Make sure you leave that mat in that MISTI, and we're going to just color these images right where they're at. Now I'm going to grab my G24, G21, and G20 to color the frogs. I'm not worried about light source, just coloring dark, medium, and light on the frogs. The glasses, hats, and bows are colored with BG49 and Y15. Now, whether you choose your favorite colors or the recipient's favorite colors is up to you. And when you're done coloring, we're going to stamp these cuties one more time. Yes, you guessed it, with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. You'll be surprised at what a difference this one step makes. For those of you wondering, I used a mini dry erase board eraser. It's a great substitute for the Chucky tool for those of us with limited space. I'm going to keep this process moving. I'm using a black pen to create polka dots all over the balloons. Now you could use black sparkle gems or sequins instead, but this makes quick work of it. And I do come back at the end and add one rainbow sparkle gem to each of the balloons. Off screen, I ran 110-pound cardstock through my die cutting machine 3 times with the Postage window A2 die. Now I'm using Barely Art glue to layer these die cut pieces together. And if you missed it, you can now pick up Barely Art glue in the Whimsy Stamps online shop and the boutique. And as far as I know, she carries their foam adhesives as well. Okay, I have my 3 layers glued together. Let's get these attached to the front of an A2 card base using that same Barely Art glue. I mentioned at the beginning of the video we would be creating with repetition, and as we can see with the grid, we have repeating squares already. Then we'll see repetition with the 9 frogs. To adhere the frogs to the grid, I simply use round foam adhesives. After you're happy with the placement of each frog, just peel that release paper off the back of the foam adhesives and adhere them in place. Next, I stamp each letter of the word celebrate into the squares of this grid to create more repetition, and this step is done with my favorite VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I'm just using an acrylic block and placing each individual letter on the block as I stamp along, and then I clean it off and put it back on my stamp packaging so that I don't have to worry about losing the stamps as I'm stamping out each letter. To finish my card off, I went ahead and added one rainbow sparkle gem to each balloon on one of the tiny little polka dots to create more repetition. Now that's going to bring us to the end of this card making process. Now let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hop over to Instagram and join in the fun over there as we celebrate my dear friend Denise on her birthday. Plus, you're going to see some more birthday inspiration and a chance to win one of 2 gift cards in honor of her. Now, I have affiliate links below if you want to check out any of the products used during this video. I do earn a small commission if you shop through these links, and to say it's appreciated is an understatement, y'all. I want to close this video with saying happy birthday to Denise. I hope your day is spectacular and I can't wait to see you in July. And to our subscribers, thank you. I'm grateful for the time you spend with us. Until next time, please take care.